All right. We are on. We are live. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Millie Chun's page. I'm here today with TheFlyAuntCooks, and we will be reviewing the Belle Collective sneak peek. It is, there's a lot going on in there. And if we have some time, we're going to just kind of round that thing up with Escape. Because, girl, it's a lot to talk about.
Absolutely.
Okay,
Absolutely.
so Belle Collective is coming back. We don't know the date yet, but they are definitely coming back.
Why,
And
why did Carlos do us like that?
I don't know why. But I'm trying to figure out when would they come back. I do know that they're finishing up filming, I think this week.
Okay.
Some people have finished already and they are finishing it up. So
Okay.
hopefully I have another interview soon. But so we're gonna just start with Latrice, right? Latrice is still the hair maven,
The goddess of all
the
goddess land.
goddess of all goddesses, right? But when she, like, and Cliff got his grandkids and all that. Child, when she had that baby up and said, I don't like kids, I need Cliff to leave her alone. Right?
Let me tell you something. Latrice, one thing that I absolutely love about Latrice is that her honesty in regards to not wanting children. I feel like it is such a refreshing and liberating view that,
Yeah.
hey, look, I'm financially stable.
Yeah.
I am married. We have acres. We live in abundance.
Right.
But motherhood may not be my zhuzh. My
But
baby
even
is my business.
but
Hair,
even if it
goddess land.
but even if it is her judge, right? Like, she told us last season that she is afraid. Like, she said it on here too. She's afraid. But she told
Right,
us why. Like, she's afraid of having children and Cliff leave. Whether it be he just gets up and walks out and leave, or because of his age, he could leave. You know what I'm saying?
right, right,
So she's afraid of just being by herself, raising kids, and then she talked about her body and stuff, but at the same time, like, she's not secure, and she's secure now. And
right,
like, if she has a kid and she feels like Cliff may not be there, that's gonna be a monkey wrench in her system.
right. But I also think it's a good thing to talk about these things because, you know, in my generation growing up, being financially secure before you have children and doing all that. On paper, she seemingly has all of those things together where if she wanted to, she could very well have children. But I think it's really responsible of her
Yeah.
to take in consideration her emotional needs and desires before she births a child. Because let's be honest, like a lot of parents, we out here winging it and we don't know what we're doing. And you can really, really mess up a child if
You
you are
can.
not yourself ready. So I really applaud her for
Yeah.
one being vulnerable and speaking on it and saying, hey, look, being a mother may not be my thing. Being an
Right.
auntie, being a grandma, that's my thing.
That's
And
where
I
I
feel
shine.
I respect her for it.
And then, allegedly, is Cliff financing, like, is it finance where she's in the black from Cliff and she doesn't have to rely on him and his money? Because it could be a money thing. It could be like a situation where she's just, it's stable for her right now.
Or she
And
may
then,
not want to further tie herself to Cliff.
yeah, exactly,
Because
exactly.
nothing bonds you like a child.
But speaking of tying yourself or untying, the fact that she has moved in her employee is a problem.
Now, I
That's a
love to
problem.
play, I love to play devil's advocate and I love a good old conspiracy theory.
Yeah.
Is Josh there to stir the pot and to make trouble?
I mean, Josh is making trouble. It's no question.
But
Is it
is that what
intentional?
she want him to do?
You mean, is it intentional?
Yes.
Well, he did say that there's already problems. I'm just here to mix it up and just reveal it. So, like, but why? Is that something that Latrice wanted to do? Is that what
Well,
you're
that's
saying?
my question, because if my friend opens up their home to me because I'm in a bad situation,
Right.
I'm going to keep it cute and I'm going to be on mute. Whatever she got going
Absolutely.
on, whatever I see, that ain't my business.
Right. And I'm gonna go into my room.
Close the door.
Yeah, because the thing is, you done just leaned up on the counter drinking your drink and just got into some why you cooking him food.
In that
Oh my
house
gosh.
where daddy pay the bills at.
Exactly. But then it's like Cliff cannot with that either. Cliff is not cool at all. Like not cool at all. How you just go get in there and tell that girl don't cook for her husband?
And Cliff said it point blank in that sneak peek. He said it point blank, he getting in our marriage.
He said it.
And then she said, no, he not. That's
And
why I'm
then
like playing a little devil's advocate. Like, your husband is clearly saying that Joshy is in your marriage and you're not listening to him.
and she's not. And the fact that they not only in the marriage, but now they're in separate rooms. So he goes to one side and she goes to another side. Then you got Josh coming in there talking about, what's really going on. Are you really happy? Are things really going well? And she's talking about no, and she's not happy.
When that happens, you don't like your spouse, and you don't like your spouse.
No,
You don't
you
like
don't like your
your
spouse at
spouse.
all. If you
Yeah.
if you voice that to someone out loud and now on national TV that you aren't happy, now what? What are we supposed to do now? What are we
How do
what are we
you,
doing now?
especially it's now I don't remember this, but Cliff is not one for counseling and therapy, is he not?
No, Cliff is a man of a particular age and time.
Okay.
He
So
is
yeah, that's
not
what I
down for
thought.
that.
So who's gonna how are they gonna fix that? Because obviously they're experience these communication barriers. So how are they gonna who's gonna mediate that? Because
I
it
have no
can't be
idea.
Yachty.
I have no idea. And then did you hear Josh when he said he gets turned on by getting under Cliff's skin? Like, that's intentional.
Exactly.
He is in there just like, oh, good morning. Let me see how I can just ruffle Cliff feathers today.
It gives that real bad.
When he said I get turned on, it turns me on to do that to him. I was like, what kind of mess is this? You causing the problems real bad for real.
Yes, and that's why I said just plain conspiracy theory. Is he there to really, really do that? Because again, I can't sit on my friend's couch, my no, not unless my friend, but my employer.
Right. My employer's couch and make ruckus in her
Trouble.
home,
Yes,
in her marriage. And I'm living in her home and I got more to say than she does.
baby, there's a pool you can go jump into.
Oh Lord.
There's a
I
golf
think
cart
Latrice
you can go ride out in. You can go plant some more trees.
I
There's
think
plenty
Latrice
of stuff you can
I
do.
think
Just sit
Latrice
around
really
and start
needs
up my
to
marriage.
she really needs to think about this. She really does need to think about this because this is not going to go well. I know it's TV, but some of it is real life. Like she has really moved this man in. I don't know if that's for television because it is definitely something to talk about.
But think about it. If anybody have you ever been in a situation and somebody even maybe just want to come stay the weekend with you, they're coming into town and you're in a relationship, the first thing you think about is my relationship together to allow this person to come in. Are we going to be arguing and carrying on in front of this person? That's real life.
That you're right, and
That's
clearly,
real. Those are real life questions you ask yourself.
I
So
wonder if
my thing is, I get, because like she said, she goes for her family and her friends hard. So
mhm.
obviously she has beyond employer relationship. She loves and cares about Joshy. Why she even offered that her home up to him. But he
Yeah,
was taking mi casa su casa too far, honey.
yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot, and I I just feel like it's just wrong. And then Cliff is not okay with Josh and who he is. That's a whole nother level of it. Like, Cliff is a man, like I said, of a particular age in Mississippi, and there's just some stuff they don't go for. You know what I'm saying? And then, oh girl,
Well,
I
that
don't
bed,
know.
that broach is the
Latrice really
topic, and
needs to
we
think
can,
about that. She really needs to
right.
think about that.
I totally agree.
She really needs to think about that. So that's pretty much all that went with that. So what are we thinking about Letitia and Glenn?
You know what? Letitia and Glenn are my favorite people to watch.
Yeah, Letitia is like one of my favorites. Period.
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 And when Letitia and Glenn, in any scene they get into, I automatically perk up because they're not putting on, in my opinion.
Yeah.
When they come together,
yeah,
they are so, I can't even say like it's magic, but it's like some kind of unspoken chemistry.
They definitely clock in. Like, they definitely they come to work. They give the show. Because let me tell you something. When Cliff said, you need to stop looking in the rearview mirror because it's this small and look through the windshield because it's this big, I was like, this man would say anything.
Glenn is
he quick with it. He is quick
Glenn said, you getting, I'm 80-20, baby. This 80% that you getting.
And what's going on with the 20 though, Glenn?
It's street meat. That 80% is a 5-course meal.
Yeah, and he said it. He said that. He said, take my 80, and that's the best of me, or something like that. I'm paraphrasing. But that when he said that, it was a lot. But so, we left the reunion. We found out that Glenn was not the father. They moved back in. And even at the end of the reunion, it said on the little prompter that he was still entertaining people on Instagram. So it comes back. Now she's moved back out of the house. They're picking Josh up at certain places. And now she makes him wear a condom. Which, I get it.
You remember that scene, I think it was season 1, when Letitia was busy in her office making moves on behalf of Ferris Street, and he wanted dinner, and he got to throw in a tantrum.
Yeah.
I'm sure he showed up having to put that condom on.
Ooh, girl, because you heard what he said. He said he feel like they are. I didn't like that he called her a lady of the evening. I didn't like that. I didn't like that at all. Like, I did not like that. That was so mean. But he said put the $40 on the table, didn't he?
I want order.
Girl.
But that is Letitia and Glenn. And I said that's one of the things I love about seeing them. It's not gonna always be refined.
Right.
They still gonna give you very much Jackson, Mississippi.
Yeah.
Peelahatchie Posse. Shout out to the Peelahatchie Posse. they gonna give you that. You know what I mean?
Give it to you.
So
every time.
In his mindset, that's what it is. That's how she tried to come for King Kong Glenn, telling him to put on a prophylactic.
Girl, Glenn is devastated. But then, like, he's like, I'm not out here. I'm not doing this. But like she said, I don't know what you're doing. Now,
and I don't blame her.
Now, if the tables were turned, and Letitia said, not even gone as far as he has gone, just spent an evening at a restaurant just having a conversation with someone, he would go to pieces. Girl, Glenn would tear up that set.
Let's not act like, Glenn don't follow people around in that. Well, he done upgraded from the Charger, but let's not act like Glenn won't pull up on Tisha.
And that Audi, girl, they got a new Audi. He will pull up, girl. He pulled up on her so bad in that Charger. He pulled up on Tisha so bad in that Charger. She didn't even know what was going on by the time. Girl, he was out in her face before she knew what was going on.
The bob was bobbing, baby.
The bob was bobbing. Girl, he would go to pieces if she did that. And I'm not saying she should do it, but she would be well in her right.
Let me tell you something. When she said she thinking about getting her own place,
Yeah, it's time, Tisha. It's time.
that man said, "Oh,
Yeah.
you want?"
You
He went to
serious.
rubbing his hands like Birdman.
Girl, he's serious. I mean, and I don't blame her.
It's time.
It's time.
But he
I mean,
knows.
but
He
I will
knows
say,
what that means too. He
I
knows what that means too.
I will
That's
say
more.
this.
That's less control he's gonna have.
I
That's
will say
even less
this.
control.
I was on a podcast and they talked about, black women in reality TV. And I'm going to say this. I could watch just SWV in a reality show because I think it would be a great reality show. I could watch Nivea, Tamar, and Evelyn in any show, game show, reality show, whatever they got. I could watch them because I think that would be good TV. I don't like when they have these women looking crazy with these men. It just does something to me.
I understand that and I get that, but I also know that in our real world, we are women. Women are dealing with that kind of stuff,
Yeah.
and it can be triggering to watch because of either you've been through it or one of your friends, someone close has been there through it. But what I love about it is them navigating how they got through it. Because
Right.
even if you see somebody navigating and it may take them a while, but they'll get there. You get what I'm saying? Like, people don't like Melody for whatever reason, but she's resilient in that way because she
Yes.
navigated her way
Right.
out of that.
And
And seeing that gives other people strength and a
yeah.
little bit of a blueprint on how you can do this too and be on the other side of this and flourish as well.
Yeah, and
So that's my take on it.
I feel like Glenn just doesn't know how to support her. He's just not able to handle her doing her. Whatever the enterprise is, whatever she's doing, traveling. Yes, that's taking her away, but she's living her dream, right?
I totally agree. Glenn is only used to the relationship being one-sided, where she
Yeah.
just supports him.
Yeah.
She is nurturing to him and their
Right.
son. She's basically an open schedule for Glenn,
And
right?
I feel
That is
like that
what
he
he's used
uses
to.
that as an excuse to complain about or to justify why he does what he does. Because he feels like
Absolutely.
he's just not being paid attention to. And like I think they use that so loosely to just not to just kind of take somebody's dream away. Because if you sit here and tell me that I'm not supporting you, I'm not being this for you, I'm not doing this, and then you're my husband or you're my man like that, then I'm gonna just probably be like, okay, I do want to be there for you, but I'm doing this too. But I'll slow down, but I'll be there for you 100%, and I'll get back to this. Like that's not fair.
Like they've been together 23 years. And I think this is an important lesson for people to see that people individually will evolve and grow, and you
Absolutely,
may not grow together. Roles
absolutely.
may change, views may change. And I think for Tisha, and I want to speak for her, but how I see it, while he was going away, get into the bag, she wanted to curate and do some things for her
Yeah,
life.
yeah,
And I
absolutely.
feel like once she got, let me tell you something, there's nothing like when it's me season, okay, and
Mhm.
you are starting to thrive and you have that hunger in your belly to pursue your dreams and your goals. There is nothing like me season, and when you get a taste of
Nothing.
that.
Nothing is like me season. Me season is fantastic because when you lock into yourself, for real, when you lock into yourself, you really get good insight of what it is that you're doing. So
And not only that,
I think that he's gonna have to pull himself out of it. He's gonna have to pay attention to his
and
wife.
not
Now
only that,
I
he
really
needs
hate
to learn. when you're in me season, you also are finding out who you are outside of this person.
Absolutely.
And I don't want to speak for him, but I get the notion that he doesn't like how much she's flourishing
Mm-hmm.
outside of him. He wants to be attached to that in
Yes.
some capacity.
Yep. And it's
And
hard when it's
yeah,
hard for men. It's hard for them when they can't be attached, because one thing about it, you have to be a strong person, and you have to be selfish. You have to say,
yes,
you know what,
yes,
I'm about to move and I'm about to do what it is I need to do, because I got to do this for me. I done sat here and I've been down for 9 months because I've been pregnant and I had a baby. We've taken care of him and all that. Now this is something I want to do for myself. If you don't support me, that's fine. Make sure you pick Josh up where he needs to be picked up on the right time, because I got something to do.
right. And they
You know,
also have a hard time when you're in that season, you're all in.
you're
You're
all
not one
in.
foot in and one foot out.
You're
So if
all
you're
in.
not going to
You
support me,
but
you got to stay over
you
here.
can't be one foot in and out. You have to be all in.
And if
Because
you're not going to
you
support
gonna
me,
mess it up. You're just gonna mess it up for yourself.
exactly. And if you're not going to support me, I can't even play around with you like that.
Now I don't have now right now. I can't do it now because I got to get this done. But and sometimes people come around and sometimes they don't. And if I feel like if you're gonna be there, if she's gonna be there with him, she just needs to realize, look, we just need to make sure we love each other. And then whatever it is that we're doing, like, we got to be focused on what we're doing. You're going to either get on this train or you just not. And if you decide to do something that's outside of this wedding, this marriage that we have, then you're going to have to just, we'll deal with that whenever. But I'm not stopping this train. I'm not stopping. And she shouldn't stop.
I agree
She,
1000%.
she, she shouldn't stop. And I think that, like, even when you sit back and people handle that, like when you realize how selfish a person is, and maybe right now you don't even have the time to clear that up. But when you get a moment and you really sit down and sit in it, you be like, you know what? I've been moving like this for a minute. I'm good. This is
Right.
not, and it may come to that, but that's her husband and that's the father of her son. So it may be a little harder for her to make that decision.
And I mean, 23 years together is a long, long time.
Since high school. Since
Yes,
high school. And
it's
like
a
you
long
said,
time.
evolving, she's not the same person she was in high school. In high school, she was looking up to you. You were her man. She needed you. It was like an award for her to be with you. Then she gets out into the world like, you know what? I can do this. I like doing this. And now he's still back in high school with this woman who revered him, and she's not showing that. Change. You gotta change, honey. You just gotta change. It's none
Right.
around.
Like you say, I
No
can't show
choice.
you how to be my husband.
I can't show you. You need a book, like she said. You need a book. Go.
You bored? I done told him. He act like he bored. He better go pick up a book and read a book.
and stop talking to these villagers, because I cannot.
Let me tell you something. I like to call her LP now because she about the enterprise, honey. When LP moves out and get her own place,
Yeah.
Glenn is on. He's on notice at that point.
Yeah, he is gonna be on notice.
He's on notice at that point, and he knows it as well, because he knows he might could go to Tisha mama house and pop up over there and do all that other stuff, but he ain't gonna have no wiggle room when she move out on her own.
No, he's not. So I hate that they didn't play just pieces of the other ladies. I wish that they would do a sneak peek of like 2 more ladies. I think that would be cool.
Who do you want to see? Let's give a message to Mr. Carlos King. Who do we want to see next?
If he did a quick, like another little sneak peek, I would like to see Gucci and Marie.
I love it. I really like So Gucci. When she came on, she was just so fun, energetic, laid back, a little shade.
She was
I
a breath of
really
fresh air.
enjoyed her.
She was a breath of fresh air for the group.
Yes,
Mm-hmm.
very lighthearted because it wasn't any heavy
Right.
drama on
Right.
her end, even though we love the drama. But she was definitely that breath of fresh air that the collective needed, and I think she fits in so well with the collective as well. I am looking for, and her husband, because we love JJ. I'm a JJ stan over here,
Yeah,
honey.
honey. And so I want to see her, and I really want to see what Marie's doing. Like, we see her on Instagram and stuff, but we don't really see everything she's doing. I would like to see her more. I would have, if we do another sneak peek, if this gets to Carlos, can we just do one every week? And next we have Gucci and Marie. I think that'd be great.
By popular demand, Carlos King. I'm
I
a
know.
raindrop.
Okay.
Rain down.
Are we done with that? Are we done? Because I'm ready to get into Escape.
Let's go. Let's get it.
Oh my God. Girl. First of all, I did my review or whatever because I did, like, I was doing a review. I came home and I fell asleep last night. I got up today and I watched it. And as I was watching it, when it got to the end, I was like, wait a minute. Let me see if I can see all these text messages because, they're just showing us what they want us to see.
Right.
Girl, Rocky, like Tasha knew, like when she was like, Candy, you said that I did this, and Candy was like, that's your husband. Tasha, you knew what was going on because Rocky said in the text, I had to let her know so she can get on board, so she can get all the girls on board. They need to listen to her.
Girl.
And I was like, so finding this out right now and knowing that on the show they have to go to Ontario to do that show next week, you got to stand up here with me and I got to practice with you knowing that you're trying to steal from me. Allegedly.
They
That's
racking up a
crazy.
bill over there, ain't
Huh?
they? They racking up a bill over there with all the money that seems to be,
I don't know what, I mean,
and it
I
ain't no
was,
little money.
that's not. It's $30,000 that he was promised. The dude was like, basically, dude was like, allegedly, because I wasn't there. Allegedly, the dude's like, I'll pay you $30,000. I'm gonna give you 10. So then he hits the dude and say, look, I told her, she gets it. Go on and send me my 20,000. I showed her the 10, so it's legit, and we rocking with you. So this promoter wanted Escape. He had to have everybody. He wanted Escape on the tour, and whatever Rocky could do to get them on there, I'll give you money off the top. Off the top of the group that Tasha is in, along with her sister. That is crazy.
She getting a double cut.
A double cut.
She getting a double cut.
And then she had the nerve on one of the previews to say, you can't put me out of Escape. I'm sure it's a way they can get her out. Because they're not giving her.
Oh.
Yeah, she said that in the review. I mean, on the preview.
Uh-oh.
Because when they were going back and forth, and Tamika was saying, well, where are we as sisters? And she was saying something. And when she was in her confessional, she was like, you can't put me out of Escape. But see, she wants to use Escape as a safety net because once again, she got to come back to them because when she left the first time to have a solo act, she had to come back. Now she back with an attitude because she had to come back and all her stuff has been found out. That's crazy. She has an attitude. She got to come back. She gonna really have another one when this right here don't take off. She got the nerve to put that album out on Good Friday. The day that God was betrayed by Judas, right? Before his walk to the cross. And you want us to listen to your gospel music? I don't think so. Sorry.
Still pinkies up.
Sorry.
The most calculated. My thing for her is when I saw that live and her crying and carrying on, I said, baby, that ain't nothing but God convicting you, girl.
That's it. All up.
Good old
up one side
conviction.
and down the other.
Good old conviction, girl. God is convicting you, honey. You have got to get it together.
You gonna
You
have
need to
to.
you need to seriously repent, ask for forgiveness, and tell Apollo to go away from me with this.
But I tell you what, I think the only way she would redeem anything, she gonna have to leave Rocky.
Oh, yes. That was the next thing.
But
She
I
got
feel,
to though. Or
but
she gonna end up in prison. Why?
there it is. But I feel like Rocky got stuff on Tasha, and Tasha got stuff on Rocky. Because first of all, where's Unique? Where is she? We ain't heard nothing else from her. But it's like she came out of the blue again to start some stuff.
He gave her some money. He had to give her some money.
Allegedly.
Allegedly. My thing is this. From what Tamika exposed on her receipts, if Rocky has gone through all of those lengths to get some type of dirt on her, I cannot imagine allegedly what Rocky would have over Tasha.
Oh, girl.
What kind of pictures?
And what
What
are they
kind of
doing?
video
Because I
recording?
feel like they over there with activities. You know what I'm saying? I feel like they got activities because she believes anything he says. She believes anything he says. Child,
So I can't imagine what he has on her.
it's got to be something.
Oh, probably got stuff on her own mama.
Because, baby, I'm telling you, she got some change. The mama got some change. Absolutely. If he done went down here and cashed this check and they living with her mama, they living with her mother. So if you living with me, you definitely gonna have an expense. Oh, I got about 30, 40, 50. I can throw you a little something. You need your car paid off? Let me help you with that.
Cause again, they was not making chump change. They was getting
No.
tens,
And then
thousands.
here's the thing that nobody is talking about. Nobody said nothing about Tasha's check. Tasha act like she ain't get no check. Did you? Nobody said Tasha's getting a check too. You do realize that? Why she's
That's
sitting
why
there
I'm
talking?
like, they getting the double the money.
Why Tasha sitting
Everywhere
here
they
talking
go
about? I
in,
don't
they
know what you're
getting
talking
double.
about. Why she
But
sitting
that's
here
how
talking
you
about?
know God don't bless no mess, because
No,
it's like it's running through them.
I mean, when she every time she says, I don't know what kind of check you're talking about. I don't know the $30,000 you're talking about. Okay, well maybe you don't know 30,000. You may know 60 because she was getting check. They were getting checks before they really caught on to it.
Girl.
And then she had to pay taxes on it. So I'm sitting here paying on, and you know I'm paying taxes on money that I don't have.
I wonder, has the statute of limitations run out?
I don't know. That's a good question. Like, how long ago was all this going on?
Right. I wonder, has the statute of limitations run out as far as that check is like it, because the more and more that they are on here, and next week is the season finale. I'm like, an indictment is gonna come around raining on y'all if y'all can get some.
Girl, it is something else that those people stole that girl money.
And I was happy
Allegedly.
that it was Tamika.
Allegedly.
Allegedly. I
Allegedly.
was happy that it was Tamika that broached the conversation and not Candy.
Yeah.
Because Tasha was gonna be ready to take Candy head clear off.
Baby, Candy had that, like, I'm trying to do everything I can from jumping over here onto you. Because how dare you do this? And you know about it. Because like it says, like he is seen having conversations with you in the text. Like it's saying that I have talked to her. And what was he saying about, I know just the bait to use, and if you say this, she'll definitely do it. I'm paraphrasing.
Oh yes, I do remember that part.
Yes.
I do
Why would
remember
you
that
use
part.
that word? Why would you say bait? That's not a good word to use. Why would you do that?
He's so calculating,
He is
girl.
so calculated. And then the thing is, girl, when Tasha picked that phone up to call him, I said, I know she pissed. I know she said, you said this was not going to come back on me. Now I'm sitting in a room with 3 women that I'm stealing from, including my sister, my bandmate, that's got me in a situation where I can be here and do this.
Girl, I can't finna do nothing but get on that phone stuttering and hollering.
Ooh, girl.
I done told you. I done told you, anime. I done told you.
And she be looking, and she is just so oblivious. But like, I think
I
that's
do
just
look
what.
to my husband because I do.
Mm-mm.
I do look to my husband.
And then like in the preview, when they're sitting out the next morning, she was like, I don't think we're gonna be doing any tours with Escape in a long time. You're right. You're right. You're
They
correct. You
on
will
to
not
you,
be doing any
baby.
tours with Escape.
They on to you, baby.
You will not be doing any tours with Escape, man. You won't.
My thing is, I don't like the fact that she wants to use them as a crutch.
Yeah.
You
Once
don't
again,
like
for the
them.
second time.
Yeah, it gives you don't like them. You don't like your sister. You don't want to be around the group, but yet you want to have, I'm going to go with my preaching words, you want to have authority and dominion over what they say and what they do and how
And
they can operate.
yeah, just like you said in the text, she'll get them to listen. And so that's when Candy came back at that particular time. And you remember when all this came out, like they would get ready to go on this tour, right? Because I went to see them in Ohio on this particular one. This is when Tasha is like not there.
Mm-hmm.
She said she wasn't going because of the promoter that they had. Because you remember Rocky and the promoter had got into it, and he had pulled something on the promoter. You remember that?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
So that's why she didn't go on those tours, because they had found out, right? And so now, girl, that was last year. They had found out, and they was like, "No, you cannot sit with us. I'm sorry." And that's why
I
she on the
wonder if it
TV.
was the promoter that let the cat out the bag that he was paying Rocky the money, allegedly.
That's the promoter they don't want to fool with.
Mm. They don't
And
want
then,
Rocky
and then they
nowhere
had
near their
all kind of
business.
stuff. They had all kind of text messages, and then she's sitting up there talking about what is this? Five shows? Yeah, you know what 5 shows they talking about? They talking about the 5 shows that you're supposed to get Candy to be on, so you can have. And see, it was so crazy because in the text messages, it also said that Tasha was very happy because the girls got paid. When she went to rehearsals, the girls had said they had got paid, right? So, and then he said, and I got paid too. So it was like he was telling her, see, it's working. I got
Yep.
paid. The girls got paid. It wasn't like a question of how much they was paid. They was happy with it. So if we keep this going, then this is what we can keep getting.
Right.
And she is on board, like, okay. And
Maybe
this is
I
your
need to
group
date a
and your sister.
promoter.
Huh?
Maybe I need to date a promoter.
Girl, please. No, ma'am. Not after this. Because this is not right. Girl, people get hurt behind this kind of stuff. They do. You around here taking money. You saw Candy's face. Did you like on the preview from next week? Like she's standing up there. Coco talking about she not doing it. Candy standing up there like she's got to be made to do it. But she got to do this with this girl who's trying to steal from me. That's hard. And
Let me
I will
tell
say
you.
this, reality TV is not for everyone.
Right.
Please. Hey, Terry. Yes, it's not for everyone. You have fooled around here, and we're talking about SWV now. We talked about Belle Collective already. Like, you fool around here and then she coming here with all these people because she's scared to come here by herself. And then Tamika told my son, well, you got an entourage now.
You and your 13 people entourage. Tamika was
I
honey.
hear like she on the run. Ain't nobody got time for that. You definitely on the run, sis. I was
My
like,
thing
this.
is, just based on how Tasha looked, I don't know if it was an act or not, but I will say that sis is on the verge of a breakdown if
Yeah.
she does not, if she does not release whatever she's
Rocky.
holding on to.
She got to
Sis
release
is on the
Rocky.
verge of a breakdown.
She got to release Rocky. She gonna have to let him go. She's gonna
Yes,
have to let him
yes,
go. I know she don't want
yes.
to leave her husband, but she gonna have to let him go. That's the only way that she's going to come out of this. Hey, Miss Pickle. That's
Only
the
way
only way
you're
she
gonna
gonna come out of
elevate.
this.
So you can go to the next station is you gotta let some baggage go.
And then she's not gonna want to leave Rocky because Rocky get on here and just say whatever comes out of his mouth, just
Let me
whatever.
tell you something. If Tasha is ever in a position and she can't make another dime, Rocky will be out of here on the first thing smoking.
You're right. But look, what is gonna happen? Because now, okay, her song that she was singing in the at the top of the show in the studio, it was a beautiful. It was beautiful. The girl can sing. We're not gonna take that from her. But at the same time, girl, girl, the way Rocky gathered that cigar and got out of that studio when Tamika walked in there.
Oh, he
Hey,
tried
Meek.
to speak to Tamika. Tamika wasn't having it.
He said, "Hey, Meek." She looked around like, "Who are you talking to, sir? Are you
You took
talking
my
to me?"
money. You blackmailing. You trying to blackmail me.
Lord have mercy.
That's
And
how you know
I'm
he
gonna tell
ain't
you,
right.
and I believe Tamika. I believe everything Tamika said. I'm sorry. And then after these text messages, like, how could you not?
I
How
was
could
like,
you not?
damn.
Girl, that's exactly what I said. She said she's not leaving. I don't. Let me tell you something, Miss Pickle. I don't think that She is going to leave him. I feel like he has dirt on her and she has dirt on him, and they just like they stuck. Like, we got to stay here because if I leave and I leave like I leave, and you don't have no money, way to make no money off of me, then you gonna put some stuff out there about me, you, and then you keep
Oh,
popping up every day with a new woman. So I
oh.
don't even know what to say.
She will when and if she does get the mustard or courage to do so, he gonna make it hell for her.
He gonna make it so hard for her.
He gonna make it he gonna make it oh, he's going to go to the lowest of the lows.
Yeah, she can get ready because see, he'll be losing everything.
Exactly. That's his meat and potatoes. That's who butters his toast.
And then now, everything you've done on top of that, Motown gospel, I know they are looking at all this like, I cannot, what have we done? Like, we're gonna have to let her go. What have we done? And then if they listen to us talk about it, they don't feel like she gonna sell no records.
I mean,
No,
only
he
time
doesn't
will
hide it.
tell. I mean, only time will tell when you never know what the Good Friday has in store for people.
Girl, I just can't believe it. I don't know. And then she does have people that follow her. So she may sell some. But I just don't see how she gonna be just this big gospel star that she's fresh out. She could have done this 7 years ago and been an established star and not even need this show. Because she said she didn't want to do it.
She tried to leverage the show in the wrong way.
Yep.
She should have came with an open heart, an open mind, a spirit of forgiveness, and
Yep.
moving forward.
But
Had
she
she
couldn't do that.
came in with that energy, things would be totally, totally different because we love to root for we want to see people win.
Yeah.
But like Nene Lee say,
You never win when you
"You
play
never
dirty.
play dirty."
But you know what? What Lynn is saying, he's literally ruining her career. Like he did that the first time. He did
But
that the first time.
he's another example though. He wants her to flourish, right?
Right?
But not flourish enough to leave him.
Well, baby, she got to do something. She
As
got to
long
do
as he
something.
keeps gassing her up, we have to kind of also, we're going to go a little bit deeper, right? He got her when she was really, really young.
Yep. Really
He got,
impressionable.
right,
Nobody was checking for her.
impressionable. She said she had, self-esteem issues.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
He's probably the man that, built her up, gassed her up. You even see it. Even to me, it comes across phony. But play back and watch any scene when she's in the studio when he walks in, or she's doing. He comes off as her number one fan.
Yeah, he does. He in there dancing and going on, and
Who's she gonna have? She has alienated everybody else except her mother.
yep.
Nobody else is going to cheer for her. Well, I don't know, but in the capacity that he has made himself onto her life.
Right. I think it's horrible. I don't know how. I think I heard Candy or Tamika say on the speak on it that like she can't come back. Like it's not gonna work. It's not gonna work.
Okay, so they did say
That right
that.
there would never, her doing that, those emails, she solidified herself. It would never be the same. It won't be the same.
It's so funny because they thought they were going to just take off without Candy.
Yeah.
And it
And they
didn't.
didn't.
And it didn't.
And they didn't.
And it seems like they're gonna be fine without her.
Because like you said, I mean, to go back to Coco and SWV stuff, like if you was doing all that and you wanted to get your group going, because as you can see, they're selling albums with Candy on there. When it was Latasha, Tamika, and Tamika, they wasn't doing anything. They weren't doing this. So Tiny's little 7 million followers may not. I just don't think it's about the followers. It's about the
It's
music.
not. I totally agree. It's not.
It has nothing to do with followers.
And to Lily's point, if y'all got all these followers between y'all, then y'all should have sold 90 million.
Absolutely. I agree with her 100%. She was right. Because she got a point.
She had a very valid point, and I understand her because it's like you're trying to tell me I'm less than because I don't have the same amount of followers that you do. Let me tell you something. All weekend, baby, I was streaming SWV, and I did click on a couple of Escape songs too. But baby, don't nothing hit my soul, the boo boo barrel of my small intestine like weak, okay?
And that's what I was saying. I was like, how could you not think that we would want to hear Weak at the end of a concert? I'd much rather have that than Understanding.
Let me tell you something. Can you imagine walking out the concert?
I get
on
so
your
weak and you ready to sing it. They sat there and have not sung the whole song all concert, and then they hit you on the way out the door. I'm here for
There's nothing like when that harmony and that beat drop for that song, you immediately.
Yep. I went to see Erykah Badu, and she did not sing Tyrone during her whole set. She walked off stage. Her background singers were singing. And then she appeared. She was like, y'all thought I was going to do y'all like that. Girl, we screamed so loud. I was like, I've been here since the beginning. I know I haven't sung anything. So my whole thing is, yes, I would much rather leave out with Weak on my mind than Understand.
Period.
Girl, but did you realize, I put this in my review, did you realize like these girls were, Candy's bass voice. Yeah, every man was a woman. These girls were like pregnant when we were like in the 6th or 7th grade.
Yes.
Like Tamika was pregnant in a video.
Yep.
And we just watched. I was like, that is crazy.
Very much pregnant. Yep.
Very much pregnant. So I don't know. I think next week it's going to be good. It's going to be hard to watch next week. But it is what it is.
I think she's going to go straight. Okay. My prediction is that she goes straight to voicemail when she called Rocky.
No, she said, hey, Rock. She said, hey, Rock. He answered the phone, girl. He know to answer that telephone. He better not answer this phone. I wish my call would. All this mess you got me in. Now she's sitting right here. Now he done sat here and told her what it is. Now he done sent. She done sent, I feel like he was outside in the truck, but she done sent him, and he had sent her into the lion's den, and she calling him like sir. They
But
got
that's
our
the
text.
thing.
They
He
got
don't
our
have no
text
problem
messages.
throwing her under the bus. I don't know why she don't get
Never,
that.
never have a problem.
When they was at the gospel meeting, he threw her under the bus. I saw the train tracks on her back. He don't got no problem throwing her on the bus.
No, talking about
I
you didn't
wouldn't
tell.
call Rocky in front of my friend, in front of these my accusers.
Talking about you didn't tell the girls you was doing a gospel album. She looked at him like, "What are you talking about? Did you say that? I would, girl. That would have to be edited out. You cannot say that. You make me look so crazy, and that's what I have a problem with. I have a problem with these women looking crazy on TV. I don't like that. And I'm talking about Tamika is Tiny is disappointed. Tamika disappointed. Candy is over it.
I feel like Candy feels vindicated.
I feel like she does too.
And she has a right to. But
She
there's some
does.
things about Candy that I'm starting to see from this series too that I necessarily didn't see before either.
Really?
Yes. Candy comes across as a little, to be light, I'll say stubborn
Yeah.
in some
She
aspects.
did. Yeah, yeah. She's. I think whatever. I think that's clear about her. Like
Yeah.
even when they were sitting in that meeting and Latasha voiced, yes, we'll do co-headlining. Like she was pissed. Like girl, you don't even come to sound check and you want to sit here and talk about we gonna do co-headlining and you halfway won't even be here. We don't even know if you coming.
Yes. Because I'm like, did that even get. My thing was, it seemed more Latasha was okay with conceding to whatever SWV wanted to spite
Absolutely.
the group.
Absolutely. She don't even really have no weight with Escape. She not even really considering them because she feeling in her head that her gospel album about to blow off the shelves. And I don't want to see her back on no social media doing nothing. I don't want to see her crying this time talking about, oh, the text. I didn't realize what was going on. I don't want to hear none of that.
Let's do this. Let's speculate. Why do you think she got on live?
This last time?
Yes.
She got on live this last time because of Brett. Because the Brett, like what she can do, she can travel. She can talk to Tamron. She can talk to the Shade Room. She can talk to whoever she wants to talk to. But when she walked into that Ricky Smiley Morning Show and the Brett was there, who has been with her on tours, and what's she gonna do? I know she's not about to sit there and call Brett a lie because she never said that. She just kept saying, "Brett, when did I do this? Brett, I loved you. You love me. We loved on each other." She was like, "Yeah, we did," but Candy was sad all the time. Like, I know that. I was there, Tasha. I saw her be sad. But then, so now she has to take that because she knows she can't really fool with Brett like that.
Right.
Right?
Okay.
She didn't really admit to getting the checks. She said on Fox Soul, she was like, if I got to give $30,000 to get my sister back, she said that. But then she said to Gary with the T, no, I said that I wanted my sister back if $30,000 is what I needed to do, but I'd rather have my sister back. I'm going to tell you something. First of all, if I have not taken nobody $30,000, I'm not about to offer it up for no peace offering, period.
Period, Pooh.
At all. But I think she had to come correct because Brett is like, what?
Brat knows. Knows.
Because the thing is this, Brad was so tough that Rocky asked, was she pregnant? Because she was talking so tough. She was talking 6'5". She was giving me 6'5" with a deep voice. She was talking. And he was like, wait a minute. I thought Brad was pregnant. She is. Like Lynn said, them hormones just kicked all the way in. But also with the fact that Brad was there, she knows exactly what she's talking about. She said, I'm just talking about what I've seen. So now she get on here and she got to let us know. Because Brett said, I saw that. I'm sorry. If I really made you sad, I'm sorry. Like, y'all got to stop this. You gotta stop getting on social media. You gotta stop it.
She better go to a retreat and go figure some stuff out.
It was Veronica. It was way more because they had been taking checks before they got to talk about this 30,000. Candace said it was more. Shoot, Tiny Mama said it was more.
Trying to say, baby, it was a nice little check that Tamika got.
Yeah.
So I just went around. I asked all the girls, "Did you get your check, baby? Did you get your check?"
But see, that's what I'm saying. When she asked Tasha, I'm sure Tasha said, "Yes, ma'am." And then how could she say Tamika wasn't living in New York? I think Tamika knows where she was living.
Of course.
So, girl, at this point, Tasha, if this makes it to you, somebody's at this point, you just need to be honest. Because right now, I think honesty is the only thing that we're just really going to accept and respect, and we can move on with our lives. Because this right here, this is a lie.
Repent, release, and leave.
And put... Girl, that is crazy.
There's nothing going to propel you further than reconciling whatever that you've done. She need to repent on behalf of her sister. She needs to release all the trauma that she's dealing with, and she needs to leave that man alone.
She does.
And she needs to understand that she is the prize.
Tamika said it was way more than 30,000, and then the fact that she had to pay taxes on it.
Baby, that happened to me before. It wasn't no big money, but that happened to me before. I got a W-2. I'm like, I ain't never seen this money.
That's crazy.
I had to go to the company, and they had to cut me a check.
Wait a minute, Veronica said a legal can of worms has opened up now. It is federal, as Rocky said. And Rocky needs to stop with this federal. It ain't never been a federal case when a man cheat on a woman. Because that's what we're talking about. We're talking about him cheating on her. That's what this is talking about. This comment. Like he kept saying everything about Unique was federal. Federal? What if she had been pregnant? What was that going to be? Y'all going to the Supreme Court behind that? That's crazy.
Girl, it was Tasha K with her Easter best on.
Oh, girl, Tasha. But I'm going to tell you something. I was waiting on Tasha K because I was like, when Rocky got on there and said he was illegally recorded, he didn't know. I said, what she don't want to do is get in any more trouble. So she is going to flip her lid.
Not when he called her.
Exactly. I could
know what he doing.
And girl, he just talking. Like he's got to stop that. He's got to stop that. Because that talking that he's doing is just not doing anything for anybody.
Do you think the marriage is open on both ends?
Child, I'm going to tell you, like Tasha K said, in the words of Tasha K, ain't no side dude ever called her and said he messing around with Tasha Scott from Escape. So I'm going to say no. I'm going to say an emphatic no. Because I was thinking that too. Because somebody said, where your babies at? Where your oops babies at? Where the babies that you done had in your open marriage? You know what I'm saying? What, even if it's not babies, where's your let me get a plan B. Where's your story like that? Where are the men? Y'all come out. If it's a man out there, come on out. We'll talk to you.
It ain't none.
It's like she said, this half open marriage. The half open marriage. So that's exactly what this is. Half open. And what's so crazy is, I'm just going to say allegedly, but we all probably on the same wavelength right here. He done made her say that they got an open marriage. Because you know,
right? But then when he was talking to Tasha K, he told her they ain't no open marriage.
He told her that. That's what everybody said on my post. I was like, yeah, y'all heard it just like I heard it. But then you get on a whole live giving your best Viola Davis performance and say you in an open marriage.
You think I don't know? You think I don't know the allegations?
Oh Lord.
I'm like, girl, is it allegations? Is it?
Is it allegations?
Or is it true?
Exactly. We're not living in the Old Testament days where he can. Yeah, we're not living in the Old Testament days where we can have concubines. Women are not trying to be concubines anymore. We got a whole TV show that, and I got a review of Sick and Brother Husband. It came on. I guess it comes on Sunday nights. It definitely ain't no concubine situation anymore. Like, I feel like this is just my wrap up thing. I'm going to say I feel like Tasha got a lot on Rocky, and Rocky got a lot on Tasha, and I feel like he has gotten this girl into this stuff, and she got to be in it. And whatever happens with him and another woman or two other women, she just gonna have to bite the bullet. Cause baby, let me tell you something. She was way too calm for me. If my man or my husband had a woman out here who has had a whole conversation with somebody talking about they got sonogram photos and then you got people that's interview her talking about she saw when the plane ticket confirmation had come through. That is crazy.
All I'ma say, many moons
Rocky's
ago,
a mess, Terry.
I would try to fight you out your sleep if I found out you was talking to another woman on me.
Girl. And then this money that we were supposed to have stolen from my group, you around
Baby,
here
she looked
financing
like
her
a
too?
mouse that was caught in the corner by an alley cat.
Let me tell you, Veronica, honestly, if, first of all, it's not a big deal at this point about no tape or no photos, right? It's not a big deal. But if they do release that, that will be the demise of them. Not that they don't already have a demise, but this right here will finish it up.
Oh
If
yeah.
she puts out a tape on her sister,
I wonder what Mama Gloria got to say.
I don't know. I don't know what Mama Gloria got to say. And then I was so glad. I was so glad that I did that story on the father, and the father had talked to the Jews, so that when they get there talking about when Daddy just up and left, like he went to get some bread and then come back. That man said that man has a copy of Latasha's 45 that he had recorded. She recorded when she was 11 years old. He said that when their mother was starting other relationships, I think it was like he picked the kids up so she could cultivate her relationship and she wouldn't have a lot of, just having kids around trying to talk to somebody, that's a lot.
Right.
So he was there. He spent time with his children. That just, she got somebody, and then he said they spent time together. So with his current wife, he's been with for 14 years, they've been in the room breaking bread together. And he said if he had known that she felt like that about him, he never would have sat and ate with her. And it's crazy how she put on that whole production talking about how he walked out. I see why he walked out.
A lot of people said that as well.
Yeah, yeah, and it's sad that we sit here talking about their mama that we don't know, but they put it out there. So allegedly that's what he said, because allegedly that happened because I was not there. But I don't feel like that. I don't feel like that dad just got up and walked out of the house. I don't feel like that. That man had a whole portfolio full of pictures, posters, records. He literally wanted the show to just focus on that. He wanted to show everything that he had in that folder. Exactly. Go back to the video. How somebody gonna put the video out when she said somebody stole it? Y'all gotta stop talking. Y'all, Rocky and Tasha, y'all gotta stop talking. You just gotta stop talking because you're not making any sense. I don't know. It's not in the vault anymore. Who had the combination? Me and my husband. Okay. But somebody stole it. But if you don't do this, we're gonna put your video out. What? That's
Crazy.
insane.
Crazy.
Yeah, nobody is perfect. You're right. She she had to know Rocky wasn't on the up and up. She had to know about her husband, right? She had to. So I don't know what I don't know what else to say. It's just I am so glad. I feel like we have watched 25 episodes. It has taken a lot out of me. Like a lot, girl. I'll be so glad we come up next because next week is gonna be hard to watch. Like I said before, it's gonna be hard to watch next week.
But that goes to show how good the shows are when the stuff just be spilling over
Yeah,
into social media.
and
Like
and I hate
it's
it's like that,
so
but it's
much
so good.
layer.
It's so good. Like Tasha became on everybody's list. She did. She wanted to be the one out there on it, but she got on it the wrong way. Rocky line every day. Let me stop. I take it back.
On
Let me
that
stop.
note,
I don't know these people. I'm not taking no sides. I just talk about what I see. Let me just put it like that. And because I wasn't there, I'm going to say allegedly. So boom.
allegedly.
So boom. So I just don't know. I mean, next week, I'm glad it's going to be over. I'm glad. So let me ask you this. What, before we go, and when we get ready to get out of here, just stay in the studio for a minute. So before we go, what are we looking at this week? Just what can we expect from you this week?
Okay, so we're going to be looking at, of course, put a ring on it. Um, we have Love and Marriage Huntsville.
Yes, Saturday.
That is my jiggity jiggity jam.
Yeah.
That is like my first love. That is my baby that I love to watch and talk about. So that, of course, we're gonna spin the block. We coming back to Queens of R&B, SWV Escape.
Hmm.
And then we just gonna keep rolling. We got Grown in Gospel.
Oh yeah, we got Grown in Gospel. Yep.
We're gonna see what this week's episode holds. Check out, I put a clip of the Carlos King interview with Tasha Page Lockhart. A
Okay,
piece
I
of
haven't
that
watched
is up
that yet.
on the Fly on Cooks. And that's what I got going on. As always, Millie, I appreciate you always inviting me to chop it up and talk about
Yeah,
our favorite shows. So thank you so
you are
much. And
so welcome.
all the
I
Millie
think I think
fans.
what I'm gonna add to that lineup is Seeking Brother Husband.
Okay.
Want to add that to the lineup, so I'll be doing that this week. Like I got to catch up on Put a Ring on It, so I'll be catching up this week. This is my week to catch up, get caught up, and understand what's going on.
Yeah. Catch up on Put a Ring on It.
Yeah, I got to
Let's
catch up
chat
on that.
off. Let's talk. Call me when you
Lord have mercy. She said if he had a medical condition. Oh, Rocky is a mess. But yeah, but you know what? I'll be so glad when that's off, and I'll be glad when next week comes because this is a lot, and I'm sure Tasha is ready for it to be over too.
Yeah, I'm glad it's only 6 episodes. I'm glad
Yeah,
Grown in Gospel is also only 6 episodes because that's a lot of stuff to put in a rotation.
yeah, that was a lot. Yes, a lot. So,
Yeah.
um, so I will be checking you out. Y'all can follow me here on YouTube at Millie Chun, TikTok Millie Chun 08, Instagram Millie Chun. Um, And make sure you look out for the Fly on Cooks. And we'll be back with something later. Talk to y'all later. Bye.
Bye. Night night.